Welcome back to one more video. So, you saw the title. I've been hearing actually this bunch of times. It's one of those arguments that's going to be done to the end of time. And I was hearing some of the cast talking about it on set earlier yesterday, actually. Is Batman a superhero? And the vast majority of them were saying, no, Batman's not a superhero because of this and this and this. His only power is money and all that stuff. Do all that. Now, this is all personal opinion. Whether I think he is or I think he's not, that's my opinion. And whatever, so forth and so on. You know how the drill goes. But I'm just like, I don't get into those debates with people personally because I don't like how people will sometimes nerd rage on these kind of issues. And I'm sure I might get some flack for it, just for nerd raging on people, on me and whatnot. But whatever, it's just the way people are. So, but the question is Batman a superhero? All that first, the key question is, how do you define a superhero? Almost everyone I've ever heard about talking about superheroes says like a superhero is someone with superpowers, goes flash. Superman's a superhero. Green Lantern's a superhero. Flash is a superhero. Cyclops, Wolverine, they're superheroes. Captain Marvel, he's a superhero. They're superheroes. Batman's a he doesn't have superpowers. Okay, that's fair enough. That's a fair argument. Unless you actually look up the definition of superhero, which I went ahead and did. So, in modern fiction, and I'm quoting this from the article. In modern fiction, a superhero, sometimes rendered as superhero or superhero, for spelling purposes, is a type of heroic character who possesses extreme supernatural phenomena, superhuman powers, extraordinary talents, and is dedicated to a moral goal in protecting the public. So, yeah. Extraordinary powers or abilities. Exceptional skills or advanced equipment and technology. Superhero powers vary widely. Superhero strength, the ability to fly, enhanced senses, so forth and so on. Some superheroes, such as Batman, Green Arrow, Hawkeye, and The Question, possess no superhuman powers, but have mastered skills such as martial arts and forensic science to a highly remarkable degree. That's from the definition page. Granted, anyone who argues this against me, fine, argue it against me. It's Wikipedia, but I dare you, find some other website that's going to give you the definition of superhero. I tried finding another site that's going to give me the definition of superhero. In fact, let me just give me one quick second here. I'm going to retry to find that definition again from a different site, just to be sure that I'm being fair, and people are going to be saying it's Wikipedia. It's not. That's not fair. Okay, no. You're right. Definition of superhero. Okay, definition of superhero. Okay, so let's see. Superhero. Let's see. Okay, superhero as defined by a dictionary reference. Okay, dictionary reference. Superhero. So just waiting for that page to load. Okay, there we go. Page is loading. So definitely a hero, especially in children's comic books, television, possessing extraordinary, often magical powers. Yeah, let's not go with that version because in that case, that even Superman would not necessarily be considered a superhero in that case. Let me just see if I can find maybe a different version. Okay, there we go. Superhero. Now, any various comic strip characters with superhero abilities, magical powers, wearing a distinctive costume, and fighting against evil. Now, you can make that argument from that statement that, Batman's not a superhero because he doesn't have, superhuman ability or something like that, or magical powers, or wearing a distinctive costume or fighting. And that's the British dictionary version and definitions. Now, it's going to vary differently no matter how you look at it a little bit. That's the British dictionary definition of superhero. Let's go to, say, another website for just a moment. As soon as it loads back. 1 second. There we go. So let's go back one more step here and go to one more website just so we can get a broad spectrum definition of them. Right here we got one that's I don't even know where this one's coming from. You just popped up on Google, like Google definition. Benevolent fictional character with superhero powers such as Superman. I suppose, but I don't even know where this one's coming from. This is like Google. Superhero definition by Merriam-Webster, as in the Webster Dictionary person. A fictional character who has amazing powers, such as the ability to fly, a heroic person, Or, full definition, a fictional hero having extraordinary superhero powers, also exceptional, skillful, or successful person. So, yes, when thinking of the word superhero, every superhuman being with powers who is heroic fighting evil is a superhero. But from every broad stroke definition I can find here, even that one from the British Dictionary, extraordinary superhuman levels of ability. I hate to tell you, folks, Batman does fit the criteria. He is masterfully skilled in many things. He is beyond peak human condition, meaning he has the most minimal degree of superhuman physicality you could think of. He's an exceptionally skillful and successful person. Well, I hear people say, well, his only power is money. It's like, without it, if Batman, let's be clear, Bruce Wayne's parents got shot in front of him, and then he went on the trip around the world, studying and all that stuff. Would he have been able to do it anywhere as easy without his money? No, he would not have been able to do it anywhere near as easy. But he still would have became Batman. He still would have became Batman in some way, shape, or form. Because everyone's pretty much agreed on this by this point, is that Batman is the personality of the character. It's not Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is the alter ego to the Batman. Batman is who he is. He would have become Batman from that regardless. Just the amount of time it would have taken to do so. The fact that he had money just helped it. But then you see, that's saying like Tony Stark's not a superhero because he's got money. Tony Stark's a superhero. He's got a suit of armor. He goes, pew, pew, pew. It's like, but does that make his only power money? Iron Man 3 proved it's not his only power. He is Iron Man. And, if you don't like Iron Man 3, whatever. Point is, the money is irrelevant. Batman is Batman, and Batman is a superhero. That's just it. Batman, he fights for a moral code. He fights to protect. He fights against evil. He has his physicality is about as super as you can be. He's about as like peak physical as Captain America, maybe even a little beyond. And Captain America has low level degree of superhuman strength. And people would call Captain America a superhero. So why the hell isn't Batman? Because when you look at Captain America is nothing more than just the best physicality of person you can be with a shield and spangly outfit. And then why is he a superhero, but Batman is not? Is it because Batman has money? It's like, no. Then Captain America went in to get a little tetanus shot and became jacked. That's what happened to him. And obviously, I know that's not exactly what happened to him. He went through a process. If he had not gone into the military, if someone had, been smart and denied him the military, things, because, in any other circumstance, you should not have let someone of his physicality in the army. But if someone had denied him that, he would not have become Captain America. So if Bruce Wayne had not been born, but that shit still happened to his parents, or Bruce Wayne not been born, Bruce Wayne not been born rich, but that shit still happened to his parents, guess what? He still would have become Batman. He just would have done it a different way. Would have maybe taken a little longer, but he still would have become Batman. He's done things that most superhumans couldn't even do. He's actually, again, elsewhere stories, but you know what? For the sake of Batman argument, we'll use any elsewhere stories. He's beaten Superman either by himself on one or two occasions, or with help, or at least gone toe-to-toe with Superman. He shot Darkseid. He's the little guy who beat Darkseid. He outthinks most of his opponents. He can move fast. He apparently moved faster than the blink of an eye when he apparently switched to poison in Batman R.I.P. He survived a vacuum of space. He survived being hit by Darkseid's Omega beams and then the Omega Sanction effect, and survived being a living time bomb of destruction. He is a superhero in any sense of the definition. Sure, he can't fly without his plane, or he can't take it like a shotgun blast to the face or something like that and just blink it. He can't survive. He can't breathe in space. He can't breathe underwater. He couldn't lift a mountain. But neither can a lot of superheroes, and you still call them superheroes, so why is Batman not a superhero? That's why I don't ever get this argument. It's like, he doesn't have Superman. His only power is money. And so what? Tony Stark is actually a really good example, along with Captain America. Tony Stark is a billionaire. Tony Stark's whole arsenal comes from money. So why do you count him as a superhero, but don't count Batman? Captain America is a little more than just the best, physically in shape dude with a with a shield and a spangly outfit, and yet you count him as a superhero, then why is Batman not a superhero? So really, I don't get this argument at all. The Superman Batman one versus Batman, I can get that argument a lot more. I just anytime I hear someone argue it, they argue it wrong. Usually, some people argue it correctly. And again, that's my interpretation of what I think it is. I think they argue it wrong. If you think differently, that's fine. That's fine. I don't want to start a fight or anything like that. So, yeah, I think Batman is a superhero. That is the long draw of this. I looked at 3 different definitions. Broad sense of the term, Batman is a superhero, because every one of those definitions is different too. If you remember me reading those off, they are different. They are different interpretations of the word superhero. But in the broad sense of what those terms defined, Batman is a superhero. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Happy Memorial Day. I will see you this week. I actually can probably catch San Andreas because there is a non-3D showing, so I'll probably actually see San Andreas, even though I think Aloha looks better because it's got more actors I like. But I'll probably catch San Andreas this week, and maybe a lot. We'll see what happens. Then next week, I believe, what's next week? Next week's the beginning of June, so next week I'll be seeing. What will I be seeing next week? 1 second. I'm curious what the showings are for next week. So this week's going to be San Andreas, because that'll be more entertaining just to talk about it. Just, yeah, I saw Aloha. It was a nice, charming little comedy. I didn't get a little of this thing. I didn't like this dude, whatever. San Andreas, The Rock fought an earthquake. Awesome! So next week is, let's see, next week would be the 5th of June. So we got Spy with Melissa McCarthy, Jude Law, and Jason Statham. Insidious Chapter 3, Love and Mercy, and the Entourage movie, along with a couple other things, but those are the big ones. Not a bad listing. I'll just see what the showings are next week. If I had to guess, it's probably going to be next week either Spy or Insidious 3. We'll find out what it'll be next week. But for right now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And if you want us to review something, put it in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. So thanks, and I'll see you next time.